Hi guys, welcome back to Wayward Son Custom. Today we have a reimagining of an old classic. Or at least as far as I'm concerned, it's an old classic. So this is the third iteration, the Mark III, if you will, of my Midnight Son custom build. Part of my signature Son series custom pistols. As you may know, I started collaborating on a bunch of different slides and Cerakotes and stippling options, laser engraving and everything. Basically aesthetic packages with Gun Cuts LLC out in beautiful Colorado, just outside of Denver there. And so far I have used so many of their slides and custom builds. I have had them do so much work for me and everything. They have yet to let me down. They really knock it out of the park every time, and it really amazes me that a lot of people haven't even heard of Gun Cuts. When I first started doing business with them and everything, they were only doing really Glock stuff. Since then, they've started doing AR stuff. They expanded from, it used to be just G19s. Now they do G17 slides. They do G.III. They do G26. So they've expanded their Glock lineup. They've started doing SIG P320s, SIG P365s. And not only will they do a la carte stuff like a stippling or Cerakote job for you, they'll do full custom builds. They'll do it basically at all. They have yet to tell me they can't do something when I ask them to. So that's pretty cool. But I'm going to gloss over some of the stuff that's from previous videos that hasn't changed on the build, and then kind of really try to hit home what's new. Alright, so as I was saying, this is the Midnight Son Mark III. All the Cerakoting, laser engraving, and such is from Gun Cuts LLC, as I previously stated. As you can see, what makes it a Son Series gun is it has my logo right there, and bam! Wayward Son right there. This is Arctic Laser Blue Cerakote, and on the frame it is distressed or battle worn, if you will, and up top is just the regular. As far as the internals go, everything except for two parts on the frame is Glock OEM. The two parts that are not is the connector and trigger. Well, I guess 3 if you want to count the trigger bar. 4 if you want to break it down in the shoe and safety and all that. But anyway, the trigger bar, and connector are all Apex Tactical. My favorite new trigger, and my favorite triggers going right now. And this is, of course, blue to match the rest of the gun. I mean, like I said, all the other internals are Glock OEM. The trigger is the only thing. The trigger and trigger connector, trigger bar are the only thing that has changed in the frame. And then I have added the Olight Boulder S, and that is just because you can go from light to. Oh, wait a minute, went too far. You can light and laser, and I don't know if you can see the blue laser or not. But that was the main thing, is this is the first one, the first weapon mounted light that I've seen that has a blue light, and hey, it fits the aesthetic, so why the heck not? But you can go flashlight, and laser, or laser only. So that completes the frame there. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the I kind of lied. The pins and the slide takedown levers here, those are all anodized blue from Cross Armory, so that would be the only other parts that are not OEM on here. Then as far as the slide goes, this is the Gun Cuts LLC NMF slide, finished in Arctic Blue Laser Cerakote. As you'll notice, has this nice lightning cut here, which aids in the felt recoil. It also gives you a place to show off a cool blue PVD spiral fluted Wheaton Arms badass barrel. Wheaton Arms has steadily become one of my favorite barrel makers. They do make other stuff. Robbie does make other stuff, But I gotta tell you, his barrels are exquisite. You know, I'm a big fan of Faxon barrels. I'm a big fan of Killer Innovations barrels, and I'm also a very big fan of Wheaton Arms barrels. I really don't think you can go wrong with any of those three brands. I really don't. One day I'm going to have a shootout amongst all the different barrel makers and see what's what. But for me, yeah. So anyway, all the internals on the slide are Glock OEM, and then you have some love 'em or hate 'em style sights from True Glow. These are your fast track ones. So you have fiber optic up front, and then you have a little ramp here, and it's designed to quickly draw your eye straight to the front sight using this ramp, which also glows in the dark. And you know, honestly, it takes a couple of presentations, but once you get to about the second or third time you press out, it really does draw your eye there. It's kind of like the first few times you shoot a Steyr M9, regardless of the configuration, that trapezoidal, pyramid, whatever you want to call it, sight system they have. It looks a little freaky, and a lot of people don't like it just without trying it. But after you press out a few times, it really becomes instinctive, and it really does draw your eye there. And that's the way these are. I don't use them on every single gun I have, but I do have them on a couple, and for me, they work pretty well. I was just looking for something a little different to kind of just top it off. So there you go. That is the Midnight Son MKIII. Hopefully this is the last iteration, but you know, I tend to fiddle around with these things. New stuff comes out, and I tend to go, hey, I should have done this, I should have done that, whenever I see new stuff. So anyway, we're going to take this to the range, show you a few rounds through it, and come back for final thoughts. Midnight Son MKIII. There's accuracy from 5 yards and 10 yards. That's a total of 33 rounds through the Midnight Son MKIII. And then this group right here, that is from the 25. And then from the 15, we have this group right here. All rapid fire. Anyway, there you go. Alright guys, we are back from the range with the Midnight Son. As you can see, Wheaton Arms makes a heck of an accurate barrel. It's also really cool looking, I think. I think it really, just a different shade of blue there amongst the all the Arctic laser blue parts and everything. I just think it all ties together really well. This is actually my favorite, at least as far as looks. But just overall, it's right up there. It's hard for me to pick an overall for my custom guns, but aesthetically, this is my #1 favorite one. And you know, the way it shoots makes a good case for the best one I've made. There's a few that kind of vie for that position, but anyway, you guys can let me know what you think. And also, hey, if you guys want this or any other, I get a lot of compliments on my Warrior 12 t-shirts. If you want to snag one of your own, or you want to hop on the new Warrior Club they have, their t-shirt subscription, whether you want to go a la carte or whatever, there'll be a description or a link in the description below, and yeah, shoot you right over there. It'll help out the channel a little bit, might help you out. At the very least, you're gonna get some cool gear. But anyway, so hit me up in the comments or shoot me an email at waywardsoncustomgun.com, or excuse me, at gmail.com. And let me know what you think of the build. Let me know if you have any suggestions for future builds. If there's anything you want to see me review, any parts that you think I might want to put in a future build, whatever. or if you just want to say, hey, you got a question, whatnot. And if you haven't already, please do take a second and subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. And until next time, watch your six and carry on. Wayward Son, out.